Hi guys and gals, today we're going to talk about the elliptical machine. This cardio machine, which seems pretty much safe, can cause a lot of injuries in your entire body. Because this is cardio, a lot of people think that, okay, this is going to be safe, it's not going to cause any injuries, but that's actually not true. Although this might not hurt you like, I don't know, some heavy dumbbells instantly, but if you do this wrong, after a while, you're gonna cause a lot of injuries. So when you repeat a mistake, a small mistake for a long period, it's the same as doing a big mistake. So you've gotta consider that this exercise is a little bit impact loading, which means that you are putting pressure on your bones and your joints as well. So it's not just the muscles, because you're kind of bouncing, you're putting a lot of strain on your entire body, more specifically the spine. There are a few mistakes that people make while doing this exercise, and the majority of them are related to not absorbing their impact or their load. The majority of the problem is because of the knee and the elbow positioning. To be more precise, people extend their knees and their elbows completely. So when they do the exercise, they do it like this. Now they might not even notice it, but they go all the way on the knees and also all the way on the elbow as well. And when you're doing this, especially with a little bit of speed, you've got to consider that you're putting a lot of pressure on the elbow and also on the knee. And the impact is not just for the elbow or the knee, it's going to move all around your body. It's not absorbing the entire impact, it's moving the impact up to the shoulder as well. So when I go straight, this is not absorbing, so the impact goes up to the shoulder as well. And the same goes with the knee as well. So if I'm not absorbing and I go down with a straight knee, it goes all the way up to the hip and works to your spine as well. So make sure you keep them always bent. So both the knee and the elbow should be constantly bent, so the impact is getting absorbed. The other mistake that I see is that although people keep it bent, but they are keeping it too rigid. So it's gonna be the same problem. If the elbow is bent, but you're keeping it fully strict, so you're not letting it be free and you're just holding it so tight, again, the impact is gonna come all the way up. It doesn't matter whether the knee is like this or like this and it's rigid. If you put the impact or the load on this knee, again, it's gonna come up. So the reason for you to bend the knee and the elbow is so you have a little bit of extension and flexion, so the load is getting converted easily and with a lower impact. So make sure it's flexible. The same goes with the wrist and also with the ankle as well. So do not try to keep your ankle rigid as well. So make sure you're playing with freely. It's okay if you come up on your heel and go down. It's alright, do not keep it rigid. That's gonna move the impact all to your knee. And again, that's gonna be bad. Also the wrist, do not keep it too much tight. It's okay if it moves a little bit to the side. I'm not saying be entirely loose, that's also bad. All I'm saying is just make sure you are not that rigid. Be flexible while you're doing this exercise. Another mistake that people make that have problem in their back, specifically bulging or herniation in their knees, is that they push their hip too much back, and that can cause problems. So even if you do not have any back problems, pushing it too much back is not a good idea. I see it as people get tired, they do this. That's gonna cause a lot of problems in your lower back because you're too much flex, you don't need to be in this posterior tilt. Be normal. Another mistake that I see people make that can cause a lot of problem in their spine is that they are too rigid with their torso. So it's just the arm and the legs that is moving. They're not playing with their torso. So what it does is that the problems that you can cause in your shoulder are going to be massive because you're just moving the joint and keeping the torso rigid. The same problem that we talked about. Another problem that I see people cause for themselves is that they rotate too much. As you can see, when one leg goes forward and the hip is moving with it as well, the other side goes forward as well. So this is a complete rotation. And if you exaggerate it, so you push this too much forward and go in too much as well, it's gonna be a lot of rotation and that can cause injuries as well. So again, to wrap everything up, make sure the knee is slightly bent, the elbow is slightly bent. Do not grab the bar too rigid. Let your elbow be flexible. Your forearm needs to be flexible as well. And also, do not keep yourself rigid. Make sure the torso is rotating, but do not exaggerate it. So control that as well. And also, the ankle needs to be flexible. So do not think that the heel should be always on the ground. If the heel comes off the machine, that's all right. It doesn't matter. As long as you do not feel any pain in your feet, it's all right if the heel comes up, but do not overdo it as well. So coming too much up on your toes when you're loading a lot of impact is just going to be really bad for your torsos and also your flanges or your toes as well. So everything should be balanced.